And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here today with Iowa, Indiana University. I forget. I think it's. I don't know what the H stands for. I forget. But yeah, we're gonna see CSU here. This is a pretty decent team Indiana has. CSU isn't exactly worried about this game though. That is a good off the backboard shot there from Indiana. We're gonna go ahead and see Falk with a new tag yet again. Get a good touch. Sip getting a nice little touch there in the air to kind of center the ball for Lobo. It's a good 50-50 for Falk there. It's gonna be in the corner. CSU is gonna immediately start this off with a nice offensive push there. Lobo getting a shot on goal. Soggy almost own goaling there. Lobo coming back in for the run around. Falk, where is Sips at? He needs to rotate in while Lobo's rotating out. That's a weird pinch there from both teams. Kind of get a 50-50 off of. That's a huge aerial from Falcon, kind of get things over the head. Unfortunately, nobody there from CSU's side to really take advantage of that. Lobo getting a good save there. Trying to get a pinch off the wall. Unfortunately, does not get it. Here we go. Falk coming up. Losing the 50-50, and that's going to be in CSU's net. Schalke getting the first point for Indiana. Looking a bit sketch there for CSU. They have not quite warmed up yet. They did just roll in. So maybe that explains why we're playing a bit slow right now. CSU will definitely be ramping this up though. Here we go. Good defense from CSU already. They're feeling a bit of the hurt from that early score there. You see Chalky get a limped there. Demoed rather. I just trying to get the counter bump there to try to prevent Lobo from saving it, unfortunately missing. Sips getting the roof bounce. Unfortunately does not get the bounce they're looking for. Lobo is rotated back for the defense. Wins the 50-50, that's huge for CSU. We're gonna be back on the offense here. That is a nasty pinch. Soggy's gonna be up in the air to defend that though. Lobo's gonna be rotating back in a good spot. Gets it over Soggy. He has a 50-50 opportunity. Sips getting the shot on goal, and that's exactly what CSU needs there. 3 minutes, 7 seconds left on the clock here. Things are tied back up. Indiana, better watch out. CSU's coming right back, especially with Sips back in the driver's seat after a long season without him there. Here we go, CSU rolling in, getting the 50-50. Sips just kind of bopping Lobo into the ball there. We're gonna see Falcon with the nice little aerial interception there. Keeping things on the aggressive side for CSU. They need to reset for boost though, which Sips kind of did. He's gonna get off the corner. He's gonna set it up for Lobo. Lobo's gonna keep it back in the corner. Sips is gonna rotate out. We're gonna see Falk probably come in for a nice defense. That's huge there. Lobo's gonna rotate back around. He needs some more boosts. Sip kind of collecting these center pads, keeping an eye on things. An interesting choice to flick it to. Indiana does not get that read off either. They were probably expecting something more aggressive in the defense there. They had nobody to take advantage of the fact that that ball just kind of stayed in the air for so long. It's off the backboard there. Lobo could make something happen with this. Trying to go for double tap. Doesn't get it, but Sips with the follow-up. Absolutely huge there for CSU. And man, oh man, we're actually on the mainstream for once, which means my voice is in high quality. Hopefully we can get a nice little pop-off here today. Some crazy goal. I'd like to see a flip reset from Lobo. The Hydras getting the ball up. Soggy. It's looking a little bit sketched there for CSU, but they're going to be able to clear it out with a good little interception there from Lobo. It's going to get it into the opposing team's corner. That's a huge center from Sips. Unfortunately, Falk off the trajectory just a little bit. Does not get the right angle. That's going to be a nice bicycle kick there from Falcon, and that's in. CSU up 2 points now. Indiana Esports here has got to kind of strategize how they're going to come back in the next minute, 45 seconds. Here we go. Going into the next kickoff here. CSU again taking the advantage here. Schalke able to rebound it a little bit. CSU still has a advantage state here just based on positioning alone. I'm gonna go ahead and see Lobo off the wall there, gets a good pinch, passes it off to Sips. Sips is gonna go for this boost pad and go up the wall, off the ceiling, going for a little bit of a body block there. He read the defense there from Hydras. That was huge. If he had gone for that, that would have put Sips in a bad position. It would have been a 2v3 on CSU's goal, which could have ended poorly, especially with nobody rotated back so far. Falcon's gonna have to go for the save. Gets the save, and here we go. CSU could get something. Lobo's body blocking off Hydras. Basically denying reposition here. Falc's gonna pass it off. Fortunately, nobody's down there to really do anything. A little bit of a miscommunication there from CSU, but they're gonna still recover that, keep it on the offensive for themselves. Sip's gonna pass off to Falc. Falc's gonna get a good little carry into the goal. Unfortunately, just hits the top side. Huge 50-50 for Lobo to win there. Falcon coming back in. That was Chalky Branch getting a limbed again. That's a bad 50-50 to lose there. Lobo coming in just to save the ball in time. You know CSU had to have been sweating there when they lost that 50-50. Good touch there from Falc to keep things out of the line of the goal. That was an interesting bump. That ended up actually messing up Indiana there. They might have had a chance to salvage some of that offense, but does not look like that's gonna happen now. Falc's gonna get the elim on Hydras. Ball's still in the air. CSU could get thirsty here and go for another shot on goal. It's not like Indiana has any reason to still hold on to this ball. It would take a miracle for anything to happen there. Sip's gonna get the save there. And this is an absolutely crazy overtime. The ball's just not touching the ground. Was that an own goal from CSU? Did Falc just say screw it? Yeah, Falc just said screw it. Falc just said get me out of this situation. Game 1 going to CSU. One own goal. That's a traitor. The traitor badge right there. All right, going into game 2 here. CSU's definitely warmed up now. I think Indiana's really gonna have to. Oop, did not mean to bump the mic there. CSU's gonna really, or not CSU, Indiana's gonna really have to change up their game plan there. I feel like their defense is a bit lacking right now. They're not terrible players. I just think they overcommit to certain situations, and that's what's giving CSU some of these goals here. I mean, they're letting Sip have free reign over the ball, which you don't want to do ever. We've seen some of the crazy stuff that both Sip and Lobo have pulled off. Siprocate being the main aerial person, but Lobo having been working on those flip resets, been pulling them off, and we've seen Lobo going for some nasty pinches here this game as well today. All right, we're gonna go ahead and see CSU still on the orange team here. Good little bump up. Both teams could have taken advantage of that. Lobo getting the flip reset. Unfortunately, nothing comes of it. That would have been a 6 score though, right off the bat. Not even 10 seconds into the game, getting a flip reset like that. Hydra is going to be able to save that just in time. Lobo going for a cheeky demo there. Sip's going for a cheeky demo. The net's wide open there. Unfortunately, Chalky winning the 50-50. They're just letting them demo. CSU, I have not seen CSU go for these crazy demos before. Just good tap there from Sips. Unfortunately, not gonna be able to do much. Falc's gonna come in. CSU needs somebody rotated back right now. Okay, good. Sips is starting to rotate back. It's good for CSU. Indiana doing a good job at the defense right now. Just I thought they would be focusing a bit more on that, not overcommitting to too many situations on the ball. Here we go. Lobo centering the ball there for Sips. Sip does not get what they need though. Falc coming in. Going for an air dribble here. It's a huge follow-up there. I don't know. I think that was Cipricate flying in. Yeah, that was Cipricate flying in. Oh my god! And just as I was talking about it, there's the nasty pinch. I was not expecting it. He got the flip reset there. Gets the pinch. Soggy, goodbye. Go eat some soggy waffles, I guess. Amazing. Just, please somebody clip that for me. That was a crazy pinch from Lobo there. One of the things he's been practicing. We're gonna see, I don't know what that was. That was Indiana having a double dribble there. Holding hands. Why were you holding hands, you two? If that went in, I would have screamed. All right, here we go. Falcon getting the 50-50 off. That's a huge follow-up there from Cipricate. That's a free goal there if CSU can move up on it. Unfortunately, there's no follow-up. Huge 50-50 from both teams, really. Anybody can make something happen out of this. Soggy already up in the air, getting it. Sip winning the 50-50, getting the save. Here we go. Hydra's resetting the ball. Lobo's going to clear it off, though. Sips, unfortunately, just missing the ball. Still gets a touch, though. Passes off to Falc. Unfortunately, there is no Johns. Hydra going for some weird movement. What was that, even? Soggy getting a nice little center ball there. Is Indiana State gonna be able to do anything with this? No? Okay. Sips basically has control of the ball again. Something I was talking about before. You can't just let Cipricate have control of the ball. It's a good angle to pass off to Falc there. Falc just having a bit of a moment to himself. That's fine. It's a good air dribble there from Sip. He's gonna be able to pass off the wall here. Getting the pinch off. That's a good 50-50. Falc just needs to make something happen here. Unfortunately, that's going to be a clear ball from Soggy. Indiana still on this tight defense. They're doing a lot better defense-wise as compared to the last game. I just think CSU has the better skill now. It's a slight skill gap there that's allowing CSU to kind of just hold on to this lead here. Soggy getting a good clear there. Trying to go for a pinch off the wall. Unfortunately, not getting what they wanted here. I want to see Lobo pull off another floor pinch, because that was crazy. Oh, Sip just getting a free goal. Oh, maybe not. I mean, hey, at least he got the assist for that. At least he got the assist. And just when I was starting to compliment Indiana's defense, they had a lapse of judgment there, and I don't know where they went, but they were definitely not in their own goal, that's for sure. All right, this second kickoff. Falc just takes it. No follow-up, no rebound there. They still haven't cleared it. What is Indiana doing with this ball? I mean, immediately on the aggressive side, CSU has control over everything here. It's off the backboard. Unfortunately, Lobo punts it a bit too high there, getting a bit too excited. That was basically a free goal for CSU there. Indiana's starting to crack. It's exactly what you want to see if you're CSU here. We're gonna go ahead and see Falc get the ball up there. Soggy coming in, getting bumped by Sip, I think. I don't know what that was. That's a good pinch there from Sip. Unfortunately, not able to set it up for Lobo in time before Hydra could get to it. Falc with a good follow-up. Soggy with a good bump. And man, that could be in if Sips doesn't get back. That is dangerous. That was very dangerous. I had to go silent there for a second. That was like a goal right there. And I mean, unexpected goal there, but I want to see what happened here because I blinked and it all just happened in a second. Yeah, Sips just gets right in over them. Unfortunately, that's just too many people in one spot for Indiana. I wonder if that's just the communication. Like I said, they're starting to crack now with their defense. They had very solid defense going into this game already. It's falling apart. I'm gonna see them punt the ball up there. Lobo keeping the ball up. Sips wanting. They're just gonna let it touch. Okay. Sips wanted that goal though. That's for sure. Executioner 4 demos. That's crazy. Reciprocate's a bit bloodthirsty today. All right, CSU taking game number 2. We're going to game 3 here. Indiana wants to have a chance at the playoffs. They need to make this happen now. All right, here we go. CSU off to a little bit of a rocky start. Falk getting the touch that they need to reset here, though. Sips trying to pass to himself, ends up passing to Soggy, and that's just immediate goal there for Indiana. Not looking good. 12 seconds in, and immediately CSU gets scored on. Indiana could be in the runnings here for this. CSU gets a little bit too cocky. We could see Indiana take a game off of CSU here. Again, Indiana's not playing badly. I just think the skill difference between Indiana and CSU has the upper hand here by a margin. Oh, well, there's just the great Falk just full-on bullying them there, and yeah, no, that's just no defense there. Nobody there to help. I want to say that was Hydra or Soggy. That was Hydra, yeah. Where was Soggy in all that? There's Soggy. Why were you across the map, buddy? All right, here we go. That's a upside wall there. Sip's gonna be immediately off. Gonna bounce it off to himself. Get a good tap there. That's a good setup for Falk, trying to get the pinch. Lobo gets the follow-up, and that's in. Immediately crazy setup there from CSU. Unfortunately, Falk not getting the follow-up that they need. They did technically win the 50-50 because that was a pass to Lobo in all essence. But that was a crazy setup from Sip there. I wish we got to see Reciprocate kind of set that up because that was nasty. CSU's gonna win that. Hydra's gonna go for the rebound. Hydra's gonna get bumped by Falk though. Falk, why is CSU playing so bully mechanics today? I mean, like, forcing somebody out of position is really good in this game, don't get me wrong. But we've been, like, Reciprocate having 4 demolitions the last game. And man, that's gonna tie things back up. This has been a crazy game already. Game 3 is looking really intense. Both teams playing super aggressively here. All right, here we go. The 5th kickoff here. Good follow-up from Indiana. Fortunately, it's gonna give Falcon a chance to kind of create an offensive play here for CSU. I see Sips off the back wall, sets it up for his team. Unfortunately, Hydra's receives the ball. Lobo's able to contest that, winning the 50-50, passes off the Falc off the backboard. Sips could commit to this. He's not going to. That's good patience there from Reciprocate. We're gonna go ahead and see Hydra's get the ball off the back wall here. And ouch. Not what you want to see if you're CSU. Getting a little sloppy on the defense there. Good goal there from Hydra's though. Indiana really has a good strategy going into game 3 here. If the defense isn't working, why not just commit everything to offense? I mean, obviously they didn't work out considering, you know, the 2 goals that CSU has had. It's basically been a 2v3, and there we go. Sips just gets a crazy goal. They're just trading back and forth at this point. It's a good pass off of Sips. Nobody in the goal. Again, aggressive. Just both teams are playing super aggressively all of a sudden, and I don't know if I like it or I hate it. We're gonna go ahead and see a good kickoff there. Falk wins those. Chalky with the excellent follow-up there. Clean shot on goal. You see Sips with a good bump and just the immediate follow-up. I don't even know what to say other than, oh my goodness, like, what is happening with these aggressive plays left and right from both teams? That wasn't even an overcommitment. That was just straight up just a skill shot right there, basically. Sip's gonna basically win that 50-50. Missed the ball entirely there, though. Let's see Falk come in. Sip deciding to miss the ball, let Falk receive it there. Lobo gonna get it back off the backboard just to stall for some time. I don't think anybody has the boost to contest that right now. A flying Sips crosses the screen. There goes Falk. In the air, dribbling it out. He's gonna pass it off to Soggy. Try to get it into the goal. That's a good 50-50 there from Sip. That's a good bump there from Falk, not losing momentum, but getting Hydras out of the way. A good fake out there. It's gonna be centered for somebody. Lobo's gonna go for the touch. Sips needs to fall back there. Nobody's rotated back. That's huge for CSU. Staying tight on that defense. Not letting Indiana have a chance to breathe there. Chalky staying back. They're learning their lesson now. Aggressive is not the way to go. It's still a very close game, and they have time. They need to play patiently. They can't let CSU get up on them. Here we go, Sips. Coming in. Unfortunately, not making anything work out of that. Falk getting a tiny bump there. Set up Siprocate for something. Unfortunately, Siprocate's overshoots a little bit. Decides not to commit to it. Probably a wise decision because that was a good punt either way. Lobo's going to be able to clear that off. Hydra's going to recontest. Get it centered for the team. Soggy going to be sitting back. And unfortunately, that's a good little pinch there from both Lobo and Siprocate. And that just rolled in. Did that just roll in? That just rolled in. Hydras, where was your boost? You clearly had some, you're using some now. I'm a little bit appalled there. Sip winning the kickoff there. Chalky reading the 50-50, passes it off to Hydras, who unfortunately loses another 50-50. Soggy wrapping in to try to salvage something here. Good save there from Lobo. I think the one thing Indiana needs to do more of is bumping. They haven't been doing a whole lot of that for CSU, and it's not been pushing them out of position. I think that's the major thing that's been happening here for CSU, is that they've been getting these crucial bumps off to basically waste Indiana's time. I mean, that is a good pinch there, but I don't think they're just gonna... Maybe. They're just gonna let them have it. I didn't see Hydras for a second there. I didn't think that they would have enough time to react to that, but apparently they did. I don't think anybody from CSU was expecting that to hit either. I don't think anybody was ready for that. That was a crazy commitment there from Hydras. I mean, like I said, showing that it's not like Indiana has a bad team. It's just CSU has a small margin of skill above them. And I think they also have just a better strategy. That is a tragedy. The game's already tied back up 21 seconds in. Could we see a game 4? CSU coming in, 21 seconds left on the clock. They're gonna wanna look for this goal here. Sip's gonna go for a fake out. That did not pay off for CSU. Yeah, Hydra's just in the right place at the right time. Unfortunate. A little bit of a overcommitment to CSU. A little bit of just Sips. I don't know if that was a fake out or just a bad angle. CSU's got to make this goal happen in order to bring it to overtime. And all Indiana has to do is let the ball touch the ground here. That's in the corner. It's going to touch the ground, though. We're going to see a game 4, as I predicted. You can ask my producer.
This is true.
I did say the scores would be Indiana 1, CSU 3. Let's see, what is chat saying right now? Oh, I'm not even logged in because, right, I have a new phone because my old phone broke. I haven't even logged into Twitch. What am I doing, chat? That is crazy. I can't read what chat's saying because I haven't logged in on my phone. Going into game number 4 here. Falcon just immediately going for a demo, getting re-demoed. You know, maybe being super aggressive was the play for Indiana. It won them the last game. Good 50-50 there from CSU. You go ahead and see Lobo there, passing it off to Sip, trying to make something happen. That's a good little bump there. Fortunately, not going to get anything out of the corner there. I think CSU's just going to go for a reset. Sips might try to recontest there, but I think it's better just for them to reset. Go on over defense. Get them out of their corner. Falcon maybe going for a flip reset. That's a huge bump from the Hydras, just as I was talking about. They haven't been doing a whole lot of bumps enough, and here we go, Indiana changing their tactics, deciding to bump people out of position more instead of going for the ball. Unfortunately, Sagi not getting the boost. I think that went to Falk. And just one weakness that they have is that they all group up under the ball when it's time to defend. Not the wisest decision. CSU could probably exploit that. They're starting to do that again. It's not something that you want to be doing if you're playing against CSU or really any good team. That's a good little pass. Unfortunately, Hydra's is going to come flying in. It's a good little save there from Sips. Lobo was ready in case that failed, though. A lot of good 50-50s from both teams. I don't think anybody's really winning these right now. I mean, except for CSU just kind of letting that roll in. Unfortunately, we're not going to see a goal there. Here we go, CSU making something happen here. Lobo's about to get up in the air. It's out in the corner. We just need Falk, unfortunately, not being in the right place at the right time, I think. Not necessarily a misplay. I think more so a misjudgment on where the ball was going to be. That's a huge save there from Lobo. And there we go. As much as that was a bit of a mess, Sips reads the attempted demo and ends up demoing back in return. Didn't want to go for 50-50. Losing that could have been detrimental to CSU. They're playing safe now. They just want this to be over, I feel. Falk getting the good up angle there on the ball. Getting the ceiling reset. Sip knows he's not going to be able to get there in time. He's going to get the double tap. Unfortunately, Falk doesn't get it. No body block there from Sip. We're going to have to see Lobo here solo defend. Huge defense there from Lobo. It's going to be a flip reset to keep things in the air. It's a good carry. And it's going to be a good pinch up in the air. Sip's going to be able to do something with this. He's going to body block it. And there we go. Falk scores with the pass from Sip right off the top rebound. Look at this amazing pass there. I don't know if that was a ceiling reset or a flip reset, but that was crazy from Sip. Amazing pass there. Amazing reception there from Falcon, knowing exactly how to get around Indiana. CSU going to be able to take the first goal here of Game 4. Here we go. Sagi doing it. There we go. CSU just going for the demos now. All right, there we go. Falk passing off to Lobo. Not the quiet angle that you want to see there. Unfortunately, Falk has no boost here. They need to make something happen here. Oh man, Sip not getting in the rotation well. And there we go, Lobo getting demoed. That's not what you want to see if you're CSU. Luckily, Hydras does not know how to drop the ball. Falk gonna try to stall for some time, probably. Ends up losing the 50-50. Sip's gonna be back here. Gets it over Hydra's hood. It's crazy little pass there. Good 50-50 there for Indiana, actually. Sip gonna get the pass off, gonna get the double touch, and there it is. CSU up 2 goals now. Indiana's gonna hope for a miracle in order to bring this into overtime. Otherwise, it is good games and good night. Especially for their playoffs run here. I think the only real threat that we have here for CSU in the playoffs this season is probably Radford, I'd imagine. I know their team's really stacked. They have a good program. Falc's gonna just score, and I think Indiana's just giving up because where was their defense and all that? I didn't see anybody. They went for an early commitment and they messed up. That's where their defense was. Surprisingly, CSU losing that and having nobody to rebound off of that. This could be a goal here for Indiana, but I don't think they're going to be really... Oh, maybe not. Sips is just going to be able to bounce it off, pass it off the Falc. Who's going to try to pass it to Lobo. That would have been a crazy setup there for CSU. Here we go. Chalky getting a shot on goal, trying to dribble it in. Unfortunately, gets intercepted there. Soggy trying to make something happen. Sip might be thirsty. Lobo's the real thirsty one here. And that's it. That's game. CSU taking game 4 for the win here. And that's it for tonight's game. Thank you guys so much for coming by and watching. Hope you all have a great night. Catch us tomorrow with some Overwatch, I believe. Before we end up leaving that, let me just pull up that schedule real quick so I can tell you exactly who we're up against and what's going on there. I know it's Overwatch Green. We're going to go ahead and be seeing Overwatch Green playoffs for the NECC tomorrow versus University of South Carolina at 8:30 p.m. I don't know if that's been changed. No, that has not been changed. So it's still 8:30 p.m. Just come stop by around that time if you want to see some Overwatch, especially CSU Green. They're a very solid team. We did lose our tank player, unfortunately, but we've been carrying it back. So definitely come by, support them, and hope you all have a great night. I have been Xanded here, casting Rocket League, Reciprocate, being the boss here, absolutely getting some crazy goals, especially with Lobo's pinch. I really hope somebody clipped that. And I am out.